Greetings, everyone. I decided to make another quick channel update here because after I posted the last one, I got a lot of feedback from you guys. But what I saw, basically, you guys exploded on all types of videos on the channel asking about Journey of the Five. Like, everywhere. There's like 5 or 6 comments on the last channel update video alone asking about Journey of the Five. So I figured I'd make a quick another update video. I'm gonna talk extensively about Journey of the Five, when it looks like it's gonna be coming out, if I'm gonna be recording it, all that shit. And then towards the end, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII, because I also saw a couple comments asking about when I'm gonna do that playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, because I did say I was going to do one when the Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced. Alright, so we'll start with Journey of the Five. Now, in this last channel update video, to be honest, I was going to talk about Journey of the Five. It wasn't going to be long because it wouldn't have needed to be long, but I was just going to say, yes, the second Journey of the Five is released. I'm going to be recording the fuck out of that. That is, like, not even in question. That's why after I did the channel update video and I realized, oh shit, there's a couple things I forgot, namely talking about Journey of the Five, and I was like, whatever, I don't need to add it back in because I've said many times before that as soon as Journey of the Five is out, I will be recording that. But you guys wanted me to talk about it, so here we go. The reason it's been 2 years since Journey of the Five, Chapter 1, was released and I played through it and whatever. I know that the team making the game, they actually are going to make a lot of changes to Chapter 1. That, of course, is, the playthrough that we've got in the channel here, leading up to the boss fight with Ganondorf. Now, because they had to add in a whole bunch of different ASMs and, like, basically changes to, like, the mechanics of the game, I know that save files previously will not be compatible when Chapter 2 does come out. So there's going to be a re-release of Chapter 1. There's going to be a few changes here and there. I think some of them are actually going to be kind of significant. Like, I know that at the end, the very last battles against Ganondorf, it's a mildly tough fight. I know a lot of people had trouble with it, but it's with my Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 experience, I am, very ready for the type of difficulty that Journey of the Five produces, because I know a lot of the battles were designed by Raven, who also, like me, has played extensively Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 and has, I'm looking for a way to say it without being a dick, but an advanced skill set with the game, I guess we could say. There is going to be an add-on to that final battle. Ganondorf is now going to transform into Ganon, which I remember playing through thinking that would be fucking sick. So now there's going to be a new final boss of Chapter 1, and it's going to be Ganon. I know that there's also going to be a number of other changes. Like, before, remember there was 2 marks, the Hypnotoads, and then there also was the Chicken Derbs, that very difficult battle. The fight against Derbs was actually the hardest battle by far in Chapter 1. There is now going to be 7 marks rather than 2. So that's quite a significant add-on. And those mark battles were very fun. I'm really looking forward to those. I know that there is also been a couple changes to the Zagolas Swamp map. If you guys can recall, in that battle you fight a bunch of werewolves. And what happens is that the werewolves, they have low movement, like a lot of monsters in Final Fantasy Tactics do. And that map is just not designed correctly for a bunch of monsters that can't enter water who only have 3 move. So I'm looking at it now, I can see that a number of changes have been made to the map. Some wooden planks have been added so that the werewolves will be able to freely access the many areas of the map, which is a good change, because it'll make that fight much more difficult. I remember how easy that fight was to curb stomp in the original Chapter 1 of Journey of the Five. There also is going to be a synthesis shop added. I believe this is going to be pretty similar to the Final Fantasy IX type of synthesis shop, where, you know, you go in with, say, like 2 iron swords, like one of the first swords in the game, and if you give up both of those iron swords and then pay a fee, you'll get a much better weapon. I always love that system in Final Fantasy IX, so having that in Journey of the Five, that could be pretty fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I believe it's going to be replacing the poaching shop, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I would have to talk with Elric and the team to see that for sure. I know that there's a number of changes to a lot of cutscenes and stuff. So, originally, see, when I do record it, as soon as it comes out, I'm going to be recording even the Chapter 1 re-release. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through the entire Chapter 1 and just re-record all of it, or if I will just show off any changes. Because, like, some of those battles, like, you know, we saw the Swiggy Woods fight against a couple of monsters. Like, that's not something that really needs to be shown on the channel. I mean, I guess I could. We'll see what, in the final version, what a lot of the changes look like. But, of course, before moving on to Chapter 2, we're going to be taking care of all the marks. We're going to, you know, check out the synthesis shop in its entirety. I definitely will be showing off the redone Zigolis Swamp fight because, you know, it's obviously way different now. In the end, I'm thinking I probably will end up just recording every single part of Chapter 1, but I do want to, like, take a look at the full list of changes when it's released first before I decide on that. Let's see. That pretty much covers everything with Journey of the Five. I believe the re-release of Chapter 1 is going to come out, and then Chapter 2 will come out sometime later after that. But the re-release of Chapter 1, obviously, is going to be big. It's going to be fucking big time. And that save file will be the one that carries over to Chapter 2. So obviously, looking very much forward to that. The second Journey of the Five Chapter 1 re-release is out, I will be recording that. I will drop everything for Journey of the Five. That's just the way it's going to be. Now, in the future, I am going to be recording Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII. These are 2 other games I wanted to talk about. Now, I'm probably going to record Final Fantasy VIII first. I don't, you know what, I just really haven't decided. I want to try, and again, I'm going to finish up all the games that are currently ongoing on the channel. Since the last update, I've finished Arkham Knight, and I'm going to be working on finishing up Shining Force 2 Battle Royale Suit. And then I talked to you guys about how I'm going to be starting Kingdom Hearts 2 and The Walking Dead Season 2. I'm going to time up The Walking Dead Season 2 so that I'm recording that and uploading that alongside when the new season of the show comes out in October. So Walking Dead Season 2 will come out in October. Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm going to start that as soon as I'm done with Final Fantasy Type 0. Nothing has changed there. Now, after I finish Kingdom Hearts 2, this is when I'm going to record either Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VIII. I haven't decided. I think both games will take about the same amount of time. I am highly skilled in both games, and I know both games like the back of my hand. Even though it has been quite a while since I've played Final Fantasy VIII. I believe the last time I went through the game in its entirety was 2006. But I do still, you know, I remember pretty much everything about that game. Final Fantasy VII even more so. I literally know everything. I know where everything is. Final Fantasy VII will be a really fun playthrough. Both games I probably will be able to complete in 50 to 60 hours. That doesn't include in Final Fantasy VII, though, when I would have to grind out the significant amount of experience for the materia, all that AP. That will take, you know, 20 hours or so by itself, because I do not believe I'm going to be using the W item trick on the playthrough. I want the playthrough to be legit, so I'm not going to use, like, a trick like that. So yeah, that covers everything for today. Talked about Journey of the Five. The second Journey of the Five comes out, I'll be recording that. You guys have don't worry about that. Day one, this channel will have Journey of the Five videos. I'm not gonna put a date on when I think it'll come out, but I would guess that the Chapter 1 re-release definitely would be in 2015. Chapter 2, I don't know about. And I'm going to do either Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VIII after I'm done with Kingdom Hearts 2. So that probably will be sometime in the fall, although it might be closer to winter. But yeah, those are the plans for the next couple months on the channel. I'll see you fuckers next time. And if there's anything else you want me to talk about, just comment, let me know. I do read every comment and I listen to what you guys are saying. And I try and answer. I answer probably like 90% of the comments. But alright, later biatches.